Hi, fifth graders. SCASA lesson number 7, but before we get started with our lesson 7, let's just do a little review from our last lesson. And in our last lesson, we talked about peer pressure refusal strategies. If you can remember, a refusal strategy is a plan, right? So when you're in a negative peer pressure situation, you'll have an idea of what you can do. You'll have a plan and how you can get out of the situation. So we talked about the first one, steer clear. So that's, if possible, avoiding the situation. Say no. Okay, so many ways to say no. Make sure that when you're saying no, you say no assertively, so in a firm voice, so they know you are serious. Okay, so a firm, confident tone of voice. The next one, walk away. Walk away to a safe place, okay, where there's people that might be able to help you, maybe adults or other friends that might be able to help you in the situation. Or to get out of the situation. Ignore, okay, so ignore the person trying to pressure you. Broken record, you can try to repeat over and over. No, I don't cheat, no, I don't cheat, no, I don't cheat. That's an example. Make an excuse, okay, so this is where you're trying to think of a better idea. Or, sorry, this is where you're trying to make an excuse of something else that you might have to do at that time. So for example, maybe, sorry, I got to go home and do my chores, okay? Reverse the pressure. Okay, this is where you are going to put the pressure back on the person and kind of just ask them, well, if you were my friend, then you wouldn't be trying to get me to do something that you know is dangerous or that you know could get me in trouble. So you're putting the pressure back on them. State the facts. This is where you tell the person pressuring you the things that could happen if you try to do what they're trying to get you to do. So you're stating facts. Or better idea. Okay, so you're trying to come up with a better idea, something that that you could do instead, a fun, safe, healthy activity that you could do instead of what they're trying to get you to do. Okay, so just keep these in mind. You'll have these as strategies when you're in a situation, negative peer pressure situation. You can think of these strategies and can help you get out of that situation. Okay, so this leads us to lesson number 7 for 5th grade, which is the effects of alcohol use. So let's start our lesson today by asking, what is a drug? Okay, so a drug is something that people take to make them feel better when they are sick, for example, medicine, or an illegal substance people take to change how they feel. So a drug is a substance put into the body that changes the way the body or the mind works. The drug we are going to talk about today is illegal for people under the age of 21 to use. So who can think of what the drug is that we are going to talk about today? The drug we're going to talk about today is called alcohol. Alcohol use by an underage person is harmful to the brain and body. There are 3 types of alcoholic beverages: beer, wine, and liquor. Someone might pressure you to drink saying, it's only beer, but alcohol is alcohol. All alcoholic beverages have the same effect on the brain and body. Someone might also say, have a drink with me, everybody does it. But is that true? Does everybody drink alcohol? No, probably not. Most people, including teenagers, do not drink alcohol. Most kids know underage drinking is against the law because the harmful effects of alcohol use can damage their ability to learn and to grow up healthy and strong. Your brain works like a computer that controls the functions of your body. So we're going to look at each of these functions of each area of your brain and what your brain controls. And then we're going to see how alcohol can affect the controls of each areas of your brain. The hippocampus is the part of the brain that controls memory. So alcohol use can cause memory loss and affect a person's ability to learn. The frontal lobe is the part of the brain that controls functions like decision-making and judgment. Alcohol use can impair a person's ability to think clearly and make good decisions. The cerebellum controls balance and coordination. Alcohol use can slow down a person's reflexes, causing a loss of balance and coordination. So this is where people might fall and get hurt. The brainstem. The brainstem controls person's breathing. So alcohol use can slow a person's breathing and cause them to pass out. The occipital lobe is the part of the brain that controls vision. Alcohol use can impair a person's ability to see clearly, causing blurred vision. The temporal lobe is the part of the brain that controls speech and language. Alcohol use can impair a person's ability to speak clearly, causing slurred speech. And the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is part of the brain that controls the heart rate. Alcohol use can slow down a person's heart rate, causing exhaustion, and can lead to someone passing out, and it could lead to a coma. Right now, your brain is growing and developing rapidly. It will continue to develop until you reach your mid-20s. It is your responsibility to take good care of your brain so that it can grow and function properly your whole life. Alcohol can stop your brain from growing and developing into the healthy brain it should be. So considering the negative effects of alcohol use on the brain, why would an underage person, so a person that's under the age of 21, whose brain is still developing, why would they still decide to drink alcohol? Where do you think they get these ideas from? That's right, their ideas about alcohol might be influenced by the actions of those around them or influenced by what they see on TV or social media. When I looked up, and I Google searched alcohol on television, I found a fact here that said that alcohol is the top drug portrayed on American television, with about one drinking scene shown every 22 minutes. Sometimes friends who believe these false ideas about alcohol will use them to pressure others to drink. So let's make sure you know the truth and can refuse the pressure to drink alcohol. So remember the peer pressure refusal strategies that we've learned. Broken record, walk away, state the facts, say no, make an excuse, steer clear of the situation, come up with a better idea, something that's a healthy, safe, and fun activity, ignore and hope the person stops asking, and reverse the pressure. Make it so that you put the pressure back on that person and ask them, why would you be pressuring me if you were my friend? Why would you be trying to get me to do something that you know is harmful to my body? A healthy brain is necessary for your healthy future and your ability to reach your goals. The significant negative effects of alcohol use on the brain and body development can interfere with your ability to reach your goals. So I want you to look back, well, not look back, but think about a goal that you may have set. And I want you to think of 2 ways that alcohol use could keep you from reaching your goal. Okay, if you have a piece of paper, you can write that down. If not, I just want you to think in your head and try to come up with, first write your goal that you have written or set for yourself, and then ways that alcohol use could keep you from reaching your goal. So for example, if your goal was to learn to play the drums in the next few months, how could drinking alcohol affect your ability to reach this goal? So that's right, because alcohol use impairs the hippocampus and cerebellum, it would be difficult for you to learn and coordinate your movements. So it'd be hard for you to learn the new motion or the new notes for your drumming and how to coordinate those movements to make that music. Okay, so good job today, fifth graders. So understanding the negative effects of alcohol use will help you make healthier decisions. In our next, or choose a healthy lifestyle instead, right? In our next lesson, we're going to discuss the negative effects of nicotine use and practice more peer pressure refusal skills in situations involving nicotine.